Welcome to another edition of Around Town, where we put the focus on the people and places of your community. I'm Larry Seaman, your host, and today we're at Canobie Lake Park, where they're celebrating the opening of a new ride called Untamed. And we're here to see the ribbon cutting and talk to some of the owners and some of the spectators. So stay tuned.
At this time, we are going to officially open our roller coaster, so I'd like to ask some representatives from Canobie Lake Park to come up here so that we can cut our ribbon. Joining us as well today is Senator Morse, and I would like to introduce him, who would like to say a few words.
Thank you, Chris. This is the first time we had real scissors. It's only fitting the weather's untamed today, so I appreciate all you coming. I want to thank the owners of Canobie Lake Park for their commitment to this community and to the state of New Hampshire. This is incredible. We should give them an applause. Thank you very much. I'd also like to thank them because I actually benefited from it. They've contributed to the charities, the local charities, by letting us take the first ride today, and for that I say thank you. I'm a big supporter of the Salem Boys and Girls Club, and I appreciate your support. Thank you very much, and I look forward to this first ride.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the cutting of this ribbon, June 11th, 2011, we are opening our newest roller coaster, Untamed. Thank you everyone for attending the ribbon cutting. I just want to let you know that our limousine will be arriving out front containing our very first riders for our first and second car. Our very first riders were chosen by bidding online for auctions to raise funds for the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Eastern New England, the Make-A-Wish Foundation of New Hampshire, Give Kids the World, as well as the Boys and Girls Club of Salem, New Hampshire. So we were able to raise in the first and second car over $3,800 to be able to give to those terrific organizations.
Okay, with me right now is Ray Captel of Canobie Lake Park, and we have a new ride, and he was a big part of the project, so I wanted to make sure that I got a chance to talk with him. Good. Ray, thank you.
You're welcome.
Tell me a little bit about the project. What was involved in it, and how long did it take to get it here?
Well, we started on it last August, and it's built in Germany, Gerstlauer Company. And the main thing about it is the sound on it. It makes almost zero noise because we're in a residential area here. The tracks are filled with sand, so it absorbs the sound. So it's very quiet ride.
That's great.
And the concept of the theming on it is New Hampshire, indigenous New Hampshire, the birch and the pines and the logs and the cedar roof and the fieldstone.
How did you go about finding something like this?
The ride itself, they're just a ride company, and they're at the conventions, and they have a long history, this company, of building really great coasters. So,
You folks must go all over the world to find rides, I would imagine.
yeah, they're at the convention in Orlando, and we did actually send 2 men to Amsterdam, where there's another one of these, to take sound readings for the town. And the sound engineer was very impressed that it made almost zero noise. So we went to the town and we told them, we gave them all the numbers, and they were happy with that. So
What did it take to get here?
to get it here, well, it was built during the winter, and it took 25 containers to get here. Some containers only had one piece in it, a piece of track. And we unloaded it, and it only took 2 weeks to put it up. The tricky part is all the foundations and preparing for the structure. The easy part was putting it up and bolting it together.
And how many people does it carry?
It carries 8 people per car. There's 3 cars. So theoretically it'll do 900 an hour. But there's always some issue holding people up, the pocketbooks and etc. So theoretically it'll do 900 an hour. Another interesting thing, I wanted the cars to look like bears, so we worked back and forth. Finally, we got a good model of one, and they built a bear car. And if you notice, the head is twisted up on the bear because it has to be able to go into the decks. So that's all little things that I worked on.
And you mentioned that you're working on other stuff now. I mean, this is all over with and done with as far as you're
There's
concerned.
always a constant work in progress. While we're working on our shows now, we getting those ready, and we're going to build a photo building over there where they take pictures when you're on the ride, and you walk through it and see all your pictures. So working on that. And just maintaining this property is a lot of work. And, but we have a great crew here that puts in so much passion in this. They love it. They love it. So.
Well, I'm glad to see that despite the rain, so many people have shown up today. That's great.